Around 2 weeks ago, I found out, along with 700 other people, that my role at Coinbase was being terminated. I had also just signed a lease to live by myself in New York City and made the decision to move across the country from Seattle and received the news before I'd even fully moved in. Since then, I felt a lot of uncertainty, a loss of structure, and a little bit of cautious excitement about the future. For some context, I've been working in big tech for around the past 3 years since graduating college, first at Amazon in Seattle, and then for the past 6 months at Coinbase. Now, the layoffs weren't exactly out of the blue. I'd been reading things about the layoffs at Amazon and Meta, Snapchat, at Block, and with how the crypto market was performing, I could kind of see the writing on the wall for the layoffs in the crypto industry as a whole. And for almost the entire month leading up to the layoffs, I found it pretty hard to work. I'd say up to an hour a day. It was just a struggle thinking about if I were to get laid off, what would all of this hard work that I'm putting into my projects now, all of the life force and effort that I'm spending, what would be the point of it all if I were just terminated? And then I forgot about it. I remember the night before, I was chatting with my partner about how I felt at my role in Coinbase, the different projects that I was staffed on. And it seemed like right as I forgot about the layoffs being a possibility, it became reality. And the first day was weird. I didn't cry. I wasn't angry. I just called a couple of my best friends. I told some others what had happened. And initially, I was even happy because my schedule had completely freed up and I could do anything. But as I spent the next hour in bed, I kind of realized that the questions that I'd been putting off about where my career was headed would have to be answered sooner rather than later. And these are questions like, how much longer do I want to keep working so hard, teetering on the edge of burnout, if I even still want to be in big tech going forward? And if this really is all just temporary, why work so hard, put so much effort into recruiting for another job when I'm just going to be leaving in a few years anyways? This isn't the first time that I've had to deal with these questions. Backing up a little bit, I left my first job at Amazon in October of 2025, and for probably the last five or 6 months that I was at Amazon, I had this unexplained stress and anxiety that I carried during the workday and oftentimes into the evenings after work and sometimes even on the weekends. It was something that I just couldn't really shake. There were too many weekends where I was just living for 5 p.m. on Friday, and then I try to enjoy my day on Saturday and the morning of Sunday before slowly dreading 9 a.m. on Monday coming. Honestly, it was to the point where I went to see a therapist every week just to talk about my feelings, trying to find the root cause for my negativity. And we developed some halfway decent coping mechanisms, but pinpointing the root cause was always something that we weren't really able to do. But towards the end of those 5 months at Amazon, I was wrapping up my recruiting. I had received my offer from Coinbase, and at that point, I remember my stress completely disappearing. And I think it disappeared because all of that expectation to perform well that I was putting on myself and that my manager was putting on me, all of that also went away because no matter how poorly I performed within the next few weeks, it wouldn't matter because I would be at a new job. I no longer felt that clash internally about what I wanted to do at my job versus what the expectations of the job were. I was even happy to continue working up until my last day because I could just focus freely on the coding and building that I wanted to do and not worry so much about the other more unpleasant parts. Probably the biggest regret that I had from switching jobs is that I only took a week off in between. I remember playing so much golf and then taking my partner to see the Oregon coast, and there was a point on the beach where I literally spent hours just messing around with rocks, trying to divert the flow of a stream one way and then immediately trying to reverse that. Just stupid stuff that made me feel like a kid again and kind of forget about the more adult responsibilities that I had. And after 2 years of dealing with the stress and anxiety at my job, it was such a relief not just to not feel those feelings anymore, but also to know that it wasn't inherently a part of me. It was more so a product of me and my environment that I was in. And the irony of all of this is that looking back, I came to all of these realizations and then immediately hopped into the same kind of big tech job. And to be clear, this is not at all on Amazon or Coinbase. If anything, work-wise, I feel like they were very good experiences. I met so many brilliant people. I had a lot of fun working at both places. They gave me a lot of freedom, and I would easily recommend working at both of these places. This is more so just a reflection of my experiences and thoughts and struggling with expectations that I put on myself. But with that being said, after joining my new job, within a few months, I kind of felt those same negative feelings that I was experiencing come creeping back. You know, writing design docs, doing research on years old bugs, fixing on-call tickets, attending stand-up, spending hours designing and writing test cases for the most unique code paths that may never ever even get hit, speaking in that weird corporate language that feels so inauthentic. All of that combined with how I just wanted to write code, ship, and build fast resulted in this same internal tug of war between what I wanted to do and what was expected of me. I used to be in such denial about my feelings towards corporate too. I would blame myself for being too lazy to really pay attention during all hands meetings or operational excellence meetings. Like, if only I put my best foot forward, would I really start to enjoy my job? I would think like, maybe the screen time that I'm spending outside of work is the reason why it's hard to focus, and that if just a few more things fell into place, I had some more discipline, that suddenly something would click. And it's sad to say this out loud, but I'm only having this realization recently that this amount of internal conflict is probably not sustainable. And at least for now, this career path that I'm on, or at least the way that I approach this career path, isn't a big fit or a good fit for me. And the timing of all of this is honestly a little bit crazy. On the one hand, it's nice that this layoff came at a time where I'm so seriously questioning my internal motivations when it comes to working in tech. But on the other hand, I did just sign a lease in New York to live alone, and it is so expensive. Even in this tiny studio you see that's like maybe 220 square feet. It's just been a very busy few weeks here. Just getting acclimated to living here, trying to meet new friends, trying to catch up with old college buddies. All of this to say that even though I have an extra 40 hours a week, I haven't actually had that much time to sit down with my thoughts and really understand what it is that I'm currently feeling. You know, thinking through this video and what I'm saying in this video has really been the first time that I've tried to get my thoughts down in a semi-coherent way. And I know it's still all over the place. Anyways, let's talk about what's next. I've been working on an app for the last 3 months or so, on and off, during evenings and weekends. Just been trying to really put my all into a side project that I guess is now a primary project, or the primary thing that I'm working on. And it actually just got approval to launch on the App Store, so I'm super excited to hopefully make some videos on this in the future, have you guys download it and try it. Tell me if it sucks or if maybe it could actually be useful someday. And I know it's ironic to say that AI is super exciting because I, along with thousands and thousands of people this year and towards the end of last year, have gotten laid off because of it, but it's also never seemed so easy to try and build something for yourself. And I've recently been really enticed by the idea of doing just that. I've wondered so many times at work what would happen if I just set everything down and tried, but I've kind of used work as an excuse because it takes up so much time so that I don't have to actually try and potentially get rejected or fail. So I'm trying to view this layoff as a good thing to really push me to no longer use work as an excuse. That being said, I am not going to pretend like I know the path forward. One of the things I keep going back and forth on is that I feel like it's also a bad time to leave engineering right now because it feels like I've been in this race against AI and time. To me, it seems like right now, senior level engineers and up are safe. That is the high water mark. But that mark is scheduled to change depending on how good AI gets. And eventually, I'm sure the senior level engineers won't be safe. And sometimes it feels like I should be doing everything I can as a non-senior engineer to get to that high water mark, to be safe and to try and stay ahead of AI in terms of what AI can really automate. But there's also the fact that I want to try and do something on my own. It's just a lot to kind of think about these days. This is all still very fresh and I'm still processing my emotions. I'm sure you can tell. It's very scary, and even talking about my future plans here is a little bit frightening. I might change my mind in a few weeks. So this is kind of just like a point in time snapshot of where my head is at. But to sum up, I'm incredibly excited, also very nervous, having no income, figuring out my own health insurance soon, and potentially spending a ton of time working on something that may never make any money is a little worrisome. But doing so also means that I'll have tried. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.